carbon monoxide detector that many people, and I'm sure many of your constituents, maybe have heard something about it but have never seen what this type of concept looks like, or what the safety device looks like.
Now, you have some typical other things here that that you see almost in every home where there's a child. Tell us a little bit about how they can turn to be a danger.
Well, some of these toys, in fact, the toys to your left or right in front of you there, this Curious George and this Barbie, are recalled toys. Toys that the Consumer Product Safety Commission has recalled because they're dangerous. The Curious George, that's the Barbie doll there. The Curious George one, this one here, is its face is covered in lead, and which is a toxin to children. The Barbie doll that you were showing there a second ago has some magnets in it that can become small parts and become a choking hazard to children, especially children under 3. In fact, you can see here there's a little warning. Not small parts, not for children under 3. But some of this little stick here that Barbie is holding can break apart. It's got some little magnets in it, and it can be a choking hazard, or if you swallow more than one magnet, it can become an obstruction in the stomach. So the Consumer Product Safety Commission polices the marketplace and finds dangerous toys, and more than every once in a while, you can get a recall. And these are 2 of them that have happened. This right here, these Thomas the Tank Engine in the front are ones that I saw that were in my own home. I have an 8-year-old son, and
they love those small cars.
That's right. I mean, someone said to me earlier that your boy is either a dinosaur lover or a train lover. Well, my experience was absolutely true. Mine was a train lover, so he has had every type of train, starting with the smallest versions of them for young kids. Well, these particular toys ended up having lead paint on them. They're chipping.
Oh, yes.
And kids can mouth, certainly children under 3. So, again, the Consumer Product Safety Commission discovered, policed the marketplace, and pulled them off the shelves. So it's something you want to do.
So lead paint at all, in all uses, should be eliminated from our environment if we can.
Yeah, you can't. I guess you can't eliminate it entirely, but certainly on toys and
paint
and toys, and the Consumer Product Safety Improvement Act, which Congress passed just a few months back, end of last year. Starts getting the lead out, so to speak, of all the toys and other products. And that'll make a big difference, because you just don't want children mouthing toys that have got toxins in them.
Yes.
I mean, toys are for fun, they're for play, and they should, and they do provide hours of enjoyment. My 8-year-old son could sit with that for hours on end, building his tracks and his models and so forth, and you just don't want to have risks associated with that type of play.
Balloons are very popular among youngsters with birthday parties and all types of celebrations.
Right. This is you want to watch out for balloons. Sometimes I feel a little bit guilty that it's kind of like we need to wrap our kids in bubble paper. That's not what we're talking about. I mean, we want kids having fun. We want them scraping. We want them to occasionally get us a stitch or even a broken bone, dare I say. Those are healable. But some things are just pose risk to children, and a lot of children over the years have choked on uninflated balloons. So for the birthday parties, certainly the youngest of children, it might be a better alternative to use Mylar balloons, as opposed to that's the tin-foily balloon you see in stores, as opposed to the latex balloons. And there's all kinds of safety warnings on them to warn parents about the choking hazard associated with uninflated and discarded balloons. So you do want to keep an eye out on these kind of things. One of the tips we like to say is, just kind of view the environment from a child's perspective, and these kind of things start to come to life more. You start seeing it from a kid's perspective, and then you start seeing some of the dangers.
And I see we have a life... jacket here that,
Mm-hmm.
that should be used, I guess, by all children, whether they're in a private pool or whatever kind of water they're in.
Well, certainly a child that doesn't know how to swim needs a personal flotation device to help them in pools. And, you know, Texas has got plenty of open bodies of water.
Yes.
And they've got huge lakes. So when children are on boats, on the docks, near open bodies of water, you want to make sure that they're wearing a personal flotation device. It's more commonly known as a life jacket. That's the more formal name, and it works very much like a clip on a car seat or a clip on an airplane, a seatbelt on an airplane. You just put the child in, appropriately sized one, they're all kind, and you clip in, and it's as easy as that. Now, it's absolutely no substitute for active supervision while your children are in and around pools or in and around open bodies of water. You want to make sure you're watching your children at all times. Drowning doesn't happen like it does in the movies, Congresswoman. It's not like a child goes under and it's, help, help, I'm drowning, Mom, help.
Yeah.
A child goes under, that's the last you hear of them, so you need to be right on top of the edge of the water, either poolside or open body of water, so you can react if something happens. And it does. It happens all the time.
Yes.
I mean, you know, about 880 children die each year from unintentional drownings. It's the second leading cause behind motor vehicle crashes.
And finally, I think this is another safety item that needs to be used at all times. We just recently saw where a woman that did not have on headgear was learning to ski. They got a head injury and died.
Yes, died a few hours later. That's absolutely right. An actress, and that was on the ski slopes. But the issue's the same: ski slopes or bicycle riding on the streets of Dallas in your district. Every time you get on a bike, skateboards. That's right. Inline skates. You wear a helmet every time. In fact, in Dallas, Congresswoman, it's the law. Everybody has to wear a bicycle helmet when riding a bike. And it makes sense, because if you fall off and hurt your head, boy, you've, you know, most likely got a permanent injury, but it can result in death, as we saw from a head trauma on the slopes recently. So,
well, thank you very much. I think this has been a very interesting session, and I think we have looked at everything here, and maybe except the marbles, and that's one of those things that some fear of swallowing, I guess.
That's right.
And hopefully we have some babysitters or mothers or someone who is watching that can see the value of having all of these items in order to prevent serious accidents or death. So I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you very much for being here.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you next week.
This has been another edition of Report from Washington featuring Congresswoman Eddie Bernice Johnson. You can reach Congresswoman Johnson at 202-225-8885 or 214-922-8885. You can also contact her through her website at http://www.house.gov/ebjohnson.